Everybody making their picks, by the way.
We doing the little switcheroos.
We will
with the paper.
see. Yes. Everybody has their clipboards and their pens out in the nice little semicircle around the machine. And we're going to find out what we are playing very, very, very soon. Do you have any predictions for this round? Do you think, are we going to see things skewing more of the gimmicky route, or are we going to be seeing things more like the straightforward stamina-y? Because this is...
We're going to see what Ben does for moving up in a pool. Is he just going to have fun, or is he going to like really mean business? The two players I'm familiar with are Spug and LGNDMAXX there in the nice little beachside bunny shirt over here.
Yes.
LGNDMAXX is primarily a doubles player.
Yes, sir.
But the singles, like, he absolutely slays every time he steps onto the one side. Spug has been making insane improvements as of late that you can keep up with on YouTube or Twitter. Like, they are recently starting to get more 16 and 17 PFCs. Their first 17 PFC was ΔMAX. They go for a lot of like weird stuff.
I just want to say that got two, our producer and myself just made the same face up.
Yeah.
ΔMAX? ΔMAX? That I am. That gets a very solid reaction. I will say that that takes a certain level of dedication to make that your first 17. I feel like
I know for a fact that he is just constantly on that grind. Like, he is not. He'll PFC something and he will not be happy with the perfect count. He will run it back. He will run it back, and he will like make sure that it's like sub 20 or it's like an SDP or something.
That is amazing.
So
here I'm gonna intervene here. That's all well and good if you are playing at a machine to yourself. You want to just run it back. You cannot run things back during a tournament. So we gotta see. You can get sub 20 on some of these songs, but this isn't a tournament. This isn't an ideal scenario where you can run things back. Completely different. Completely. So we're gonna have to see how that translates over to this scenario.
Which I would say maybe it's kind of a yin where grinding songs and like perfecting the window and everything can lead to getting a really consistent and really good score in a just one-shot tournament setting. Possibly. It obviously depends on the songs that are being picked, which we're going to be finding out.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I mean, this difficulty range, again, it just, you can have a very broad range. You could have like a 14, like Pluto the First or something, or you can have up to what is the difficulty range on this? Is it?
Yeah.
It's 15 to 17.
I see.
So you could have something like over the period.
Asterisks, correct? It's just solid. Okay.
Okay, so you could have over the period something gimmicky on the 15 side of things.
Yep.
You could have something gimmicky on the 17 side of things. You could have Chaos Terror.
Yeah, or you can just, with like Spug and Ben, like they have such solid MA, it's possible that they just might whip out Old Reliable out of the box and just pick something like...
Well, Old Reliable would be Deggers. So, I mean, unfortunately, that's going to have to stay in the box. That's according to Evil Dave, of course. You know, I think we all share the same vernacular
wait
here.
Like another like 3 pools? Of course. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh boy.
So was that a double? Was that a double?
That was a double.
We're getting some upbeat action here?
I think so. So what we just saw, ladies and gentlemen, is it is astounding. You know how we were just talking about ΔMAX?
So yeah.
Well, how would you like ΔMAX in your ΔMAX? So you can ΔMAX while you ΔMAX. At the same time.
I put a delta. I maxed my delta, and then I put another delta in it. And then I maxed that delta, and then I put another delta in it.
Well,
let's just go ahead and go to the
We're playing. This is PARANOiA Revolution.
This is.
I think this is a warm-up. Okay.
I'm also very familiar that Spug just gosh darn loves this song.
And it looks like it is. That's important.
Please tell me that Ben is not about to do a 19.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Okay. Well,
all right. Sure.
Someone called the
Yeah.
police because I do.
Do we have medical staff on it?
This is.
And they are reading it at 2.5.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is.
Okay. I see. I'm picking up what's being put down here.
Okay. I believe we are just going to be seeing the slowdown section here from Ben, presumably, who is stretching his quads, sitting here looking slightly impatient. When are we going to get to the slowdown?
Checking his watch.
When are we getting to the slowdown?
I know that this 14 is like Spug's bread and butter. He got it as like a very early 14 PFC, very early on, and has like, as I said, just like shaved off perfects and has gotten it to 7.
Ben refusing to touch the slowdown as well. What is this game here?
What am I playing right now?
Not to discount Spug here, but you see somebody playing a 19 and just standing on the pad with their arms crossed. You say, what is this person?
I think this is
He's going to be doing something, and you know when he does it, it's going to be great. But
I think this is the ideal way to play a 19, really.
yeah, no, I think we should all be taking example from Ben.
Let's take Mr. Madsen's advice here.
Yes. Just say no to 19.
There are exceptions to feeling the rhythm in your soul.
He's just not feeling the rhythm in his soul. And
I think he might be looking at the grid and matching the time with his eyes, but like, I
gotta call out Spug getting the
yeah.
PFC on that little tricky section.
Let's see how he does on the drill. Oh, I'm not used to him getting greats on that.
Also, Ben Madsen not taking the Madsen challenge.
Sad. What if he does 2.5 on everything?
Well, I mean that would be impressive until you get to like
ΔMAX.
yeah. So yes, if you're just joining us, we had both players apparently picking ΔMAXX for their song, so we're going to be hearing ΔMAXX twice in a row.
Now I need to see here. Are we doing like the expert and then the challenge, or is it just the expert both times?
It doesn't matter.
You're so, you know what? So true, Dusty.
It's ΔMAXX.
You can look at that like contrast in the scores that they have on the 17 expert compared to the 17 challenge.
Very fair. The D1 promotion would disagree.
So true. Bubby, our producer right now.
Diamond 1, that is. Yes. We'll say the challenge chart, if we get to the challenge chart, a little bit more difficult to read in the beginning, I'd say, just as far as the holds. Or it is, okay, it is a different chart, absolutely. The expert is a little bit easier to sort of read and interpret what's going on.
Personally, the freezes at the very beginning of the expert, like, really throw me off.
It's the hardest part of the song.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that.
Starting on from round 1, all the way up to 5-7-3. All right.
Ben Madsen opting to play 1X, and Spug 1-2-5.
All right, let's see what happens.
Redeeming himself for the previous. Ooh, Ben picking up a great freeze, and Spug also picking up a great right in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, look at the freezes. It's really difficult. Some of them are skips. You can kind of interpret it because whole jumps will be green for both of them, so you can kind of make out what's going on, which does make this card a little bit easier to read than the challenge.
And we start getting, if it's not clear to viewers right now, this is increasing by 1 BPM every minute until it finally reaches the maximum BPM of 573, which is a nice little Konami inside joke. So for the 17, you're constantly readjusting every second, which is the MA that I'm seeing for both players right now is just so remarkable.
It is really, like, they are within 1 to 2 EX of each other right now also.
God, that is insane.
And now this is, I would say, probably the easier section of the song
much easier section as we get into a nice, like, Max 300 tribute kind of musically.
Yeah, this is I'd say the easiest section to execute and read, and then it just blows past that, and suddenly it's just a little bit too fast, so.
All right, So it's still neck and neck, but it's looking like Spug is making up some ground. Or actually, hold that thought. That thought.
I'm looking at the second number, and it is changing just slightly ahead. It looks like
It's gonna come out.
For Ben, now it's Spug. Now it's Ben, now it's Spug.
It's all right. The ending.
But-
Let's see.
Oh, 3EX! Spug takes it! Spug takes
Are
it!
you kidding me?
Well, boy, good thing we never have to play that song again, huh?
Gee willikers.
Never have to hear ΔMAX again.
Oh, thank goodness. Wait, what? All right. So okay, let me point out, like, the fast and slow ratio that they both have. It's like
Dead.
identical.
Identical.
Identical. So
I mean, like, it's very impressive to see that kind of EX difference on something that is very straightforward. Usually in gimmicky charts, I'll say the spread can generally be a little bit bigger. One person might really know it, one person might not. One person, especially when the tempo is just constantly changing, maybe nails are on, the other person doesn't.
Yeah.
And generally, I'd say you're going to see bigger EX spreads on those trickier songs. Not 3. This is abnormal. And we got a lot of Spug believers in the chat, by the way. We got Limits saying Spug Nation. We got more Spug Nation from Dravus. Let's effing go Spug from Vid or BYHD.
yeah.
It's just insane. And we're
doing it again.
We're the same. I believe it is the same difficulty.
I'm assuming they took a look at those scores and that fast-slow ratio, and they're thinking, okay, what can I improve upon for this second run? Which is, it is funny that we were saying that, you know, with Spug, you're not going to get a run back on a song. No,
Well,
we're running this back right now.
I am wrong. Or this is a you didn't learn your lesson the first time, old man kind of message here that we're trying to go for. So. I mean, interpret that as you will, but wow. Okay, same chart, same song. Both players apparently wanted to do this, so
I'm surprised I think I just saw like full poker faces when they were like passing paper around, you know, and seeing like Spug seeing Ben begging ΔMAX and being like, oh well, get at that. This is wacky. This is wacky.
Wampa wants to run back like, yeah, you know, I don't know if I have the ability to do that, or if anybody has the ability to do that. This is as close as we're gonna come.
Really is. And again, just like with a song like this, I'm assuming they're going to be trying to improve upon it, but like...
What do you think the outcome is going to be? Do you think Ben is just going to PFC this now, or what are we going to see?
I feel like Ben is not going to take this standing down. But
Ben is looking a little bit tired here, though, so we have to see if this is going to factor into the performance.
So I feel like even if you're tired, like the muscle memory that you just built up with this song because you just played it, we'll see what happens. However, we do have a... Never mind. I still was going to say we have a white combo from Spug. That is gone now.
Commentator skirts.
It was a pre-commentator skirts, actually.
Spectator curse.
Yes. All right.
It's nice to not feel responsible.
I abstain all responsibility. However,
Both
like
players.
the last run, it's just neck and neck. Okay.
Both players maintaining a gold combo. Oh no!
Oh
Ben.
no! Ben sent it out.
Ben says no. Oh.
Yep.
I don't know. That could definitely be a stamina issue.
It could be a stamina issue, or just like, oh, I'm overthinking this and goofing up. Like it's not worth continuing on, especially because there's still more matches to go.
That's right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, here's the thought here is you could save your stamina in certain scenarios like this, but you also want to try to stay a little bit warmed up because if you cool down too much,
which they're just keeping the legs loose right now. They're staying it out. It's a lot of fun to just like keep it going so you're warmed up for like whatever comes up next.
Definitely. I mean, that's kind of like the call that you have to make. Worth playing and using a little bit of stamina, or worth trying to stay a little bit warmed up.
Ben has been in,
and Spug
Ben has been in tournaments for so long. Like, that's what they do. So it's very respectful.
Definitely. That is a very impressive score too from Spug on that. 61 with a great and a miss.
Come on.
That is.
Bobby, our producer, just looking at the score going,
what is this? What get a load of it? That's what I am seeing. Shadow Obsessed.
Let's get a load of this guy Cam over here.
Shadow Obsessed saying, great work, Spugs. That is seriously, again, an amazing score to pull out in a tournament. And this is one of those cases that we thought, or at least I thought, would be impossible, where you would be able to run back a song that you just played in a tournament, but it happened.
Oh, but you thought wrong.
Fast Boy saying, Spug, WTF. Spug.
What the heck, man?
Spug.
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 What is this? You don't run back songs in tournaments. This isn't how this works. Apparently all of the matches are just going to be ΔMAX for Spug. I just got, you heard it here first. Insider info. Spug do be
That's the
Spugging.
inside baseball of, yeah.
So we have two more players coming up to the plate.
Oh, get some cheers. Oh, I believe that's for the other cab. We got a close match with Skeeter and Turbo right now. That's happening on the other screen right now.
Wow, that was a very close match.
Oh my God, 2 EX difference. Wow. Wowie, 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 zowie. Okay. But that's not the point right now. You can open that up in another tab.
Yeah, and another tab, but stay here with us.
Stay here.
This is the cool stream, you know.
This is the party.
Yeah, this is where the real fun happens. Woohoo! I'm trying to get some more information on the songs that we're going to be seeing here.
Okay, I'm picking up what's being put on. All right, so we have LGNDMAXX up against, is it bobert? Do I have that right? Okay, we are getting, well, first we're going to warm up with Let Me Show You, which is a great warm-up song, banger.
And it is, I'll say this one is very, very on sync.
It's very on sync.
It's great to sort of lock in the timing for a machine.
But we have some wacky ones. They're both evolved songs. So I'll give you the lighter one first. is Naoki Underground tokyoEVOLVED version 1.
That's the lighter?
Yes. After that, you have the 17th challenge of London Evolved A, which, if I remember correctly, was one of the spicier ones out of that group.
I would say B is the most mild, and then A and C, I'd say maybe tied.
It depends on your skill set, really.
Right. You got some tricky Scoobies and like some interesting things in A. We're going to go switching over to the warm-up gameplay right now, though. So we have, let me show you, haven't done right.
All right, so we got LGNDMAXX on the left here. And still, I love the signature Beachside Bunny shirt that I like always see them wearing. But we also have bobert is their official name, but their Indian name is Rob the Ho.
I mean, that's not Twitch safe.
Is it Twitch?
Not
we are
Twitch
now.
safe.
We're
gonna say bobert.
This
I'm
audio
sorry.
has now been muted.
Yes, that's right. Domi tried to say Rob's actual name. Not allowed on Twitch. I'm sorry. Held a message for a reason.
So when I add the bots of this later, I'll just add like a little pixelation over the name.
Rob the garden tool that you would use to loosen dirt. We'll say that.
Oh yeah, we literally in the we can allow or deny a certain comment from Nami Game 573 right now.
Domi, no, we know what you meant. We know what you meant.
No, we're gonna deny it. Sorry.
We will deny it. Just we don't want it. We don't want Twitch to.
We have now added a blocker to the stream.
Well, rob the garden tool. Just use that. That's gonna be the substitute. The same for work, same for Twitch substitute.
Yes.
Perfect. Is there a garden tool emoji? Maybe we can just use that. Wow. So
we can get that in the chat.
robbed garden tool with a looks like an EX win of 9 on that practice song, but we did get LGNDMAXX getting the PFC on that.
God dang.
So very good performance from both. Legend also, as you said, doubles player. I was actually just in the pool with them previously. So you also have to point that out. That could be considered a warm-up. So maybe Legend is a little bit more warmed up here.
It depends, because you're going from gold cab to white cab, and me personally, like, that could throw some people off.
Ooh, I have to point this out. Bobert does not have a score on Tokyo Evolved Type 1.
Uh-oh. Okay,
now
so
this...
we can presume that Tokyo Evolved is LGNDMAXX's pick. We do not know if Rob the Garden Tool has done a home play or anything like that.
Or maybe just studied some YouTube videos. I know, truth be told, I watch a lot of YouTube videos for charts like this.
Am I right?
Absolutely. So we're gonna have to see. Does Bobert know where all those speed ups, the slowdowns, and the pauses are?
Yeah.
Granted, this is Type 1. I would say this is the least.
This is the mild one out of the bunch. It just progressively gets more spicy as you go from Type 1 to Type 2 to Type 3.
And
like,
Bobert, sorry to interrupt, knows where those pauses are. But of course, the first half is the same between all of the Tokyos.
For each evolved, it doesn't matter. If you know it, you know it. I don't believe there is any stops in the second half of Type 1. Am I correct on that?
I don't believe so. So it is going to be fairly straightforward.
You get like one in the Type 2 and then like a couple, like a handful in Type 3. It looks like LGNDMAXX got a little thrown off by that speed up there.
Yeah, it is kind of a blind hit. You're not really able to see it. So makes sense, and especially if nerves are playing in, that absolutely could be the cause for that. But talking about EX, it does look like Bobert is a little bit ahead by maybe 20 or so EX on the right. Really locked in with that timing window, it looks like. Just really marvelous.
Actually, pretty remarkable, especially with like all the connections.
Ooh, doing it smoothly. Beautiful execution there from Bobert.
We're going shaggy rosters on this. All right, wow.
So good job from Bobert on that, getting the great full combo. On a sight read, air quotes. We don't know. Well, let's just assume YouTube.
We can say first try. I presume maybe 66 perfects on LGNDMAXX's side, 49 on Bobert's. That's
just excellent performance from both players, definitely. And Bobert getting 3 greats on that. That is like almost a PFC on a I would say a very tricky 16.
Yeah.
Under tournament conditions too. And air quote sight read, again, who knows how many YouTube videos were watched, but just a great performance on the
probably just have them downloaded with that YouTube premium. I don't know.
And we've got London. Ooh. LGNDMAXX with a PFC on London A. That's crazy. Impressive.
I mean, okay, so like this is the London that you have to read, that you have to know how to read slow on. And I would say that as a doubles player, reading slower is a requirement.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
But I would say like maybe by
have like a very good memory of like pad transitions and everything.
Fair. So yeah, we've in London, as with all Evolved, starts out the same until we get to that sort of slow down section in the middle.
Stop or something, yeah.
Exactly. So we're gonna have to see if, as always, how well does Bobert know this chart?
It was, I assume, well,
this could be a burner, and this could be a burner account as well. We don't know. Just maybe not to give their opponents any kind of inkling of info on what they know.
It's a metagame strat.
Absolutely. LGNDMAXX maintaining a gold combo on the left side here as we go into the jump spam sections. Domi narking on somebody for using Robert's name, but it was integrated into it as one word. So maybe use that as a little bit of a hint on how you can avoid the chat moderation.
Good job, Cal, on the cheating.
Gotta call out LGNDMAXX. Looks like they're about 20 EX different.
Ooh,
but
we got a miss there. All right, so
this section is so notoriously hard to time because it's just so hard to read.
It's like 8 notes, it's another, and then it starts building up gradually, and then we're out of it, and then we get
Now we get to the twisty section. We're gonna hit those Scoobies in a moment. There's the Scooby run.
Oh, misses on both sides.
Ooh.
But we got LGNDMAXX with
LGNDMAXX with a pretty substantial lead, about 25 to 30 EX right there.
That's gonna put us into a tiebreaker. It keeps happening. It keeps happening.
Look at those money scores too. So close.
God, that's wild.
I'm hoping we get ΔMAXX. Come on, or ΔMAXXs. Let's get some ΔMAXXs.
I'm tired of daggers being the inside joke.
No. ΔMAXX. Come on. ΔMAXX is the new daggers. The daggers for a new generation.
I hope we don't get new generation. I do not a fan.
Oh, well, I think it's fun. It's plenty fun.
All right, I'll agree to this.
So bobert has 8-Dan on doubles. Interesting. That doesn't sound like a burner account to me.
That's it. See you next time on the
or
dance
is it?
floor.
We are currently card drawing for the tiebreaker, and I will.
I'm gonna look at the faces here. I'm waiting for some like cringing and wincing, especially in this level range.
I'm not seeing any. I'm seeing some concern on bobert.
I saw a hand to mouth.
A lot of hard decisions being made here from bobert. I see finger to chin. And then pointing. But no looks of disgust from either party on that one. So there doesn't seem like there's anything absolutely disgusting.
Top row? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah.
Hey, I thought that was a good pick.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I know. Oh, wait. Oh, what we did yesterday is I would sort of hum a couple of bars from the song that was chosen and see if anybody could guess it in chat. Ready?
Yes, chat, it's time to put your hands up.
That's correct.
We are getting that weird
soda beat.
Soda F.
I'm going to drink some soda water right now. Have you figured it out yet?
Press the button on the screen. We're getting, as you're about to see, we're getting AI. So Fujimori, it was a.
Who's funnily enough, I believe AI is also a jacket designer for Konami in their spare time.
Yeah, I wonder if they did this jacket as well. They were like, oh, hey, that's my name.
That would just be so meta if a computer with AI designed the jacket for AI.
Please destroy AI art.
Ow. All right, we're just going straight in.
All right, we're going straight into it.
I would say this is a very, very well synced song. I think there's even scientific evidence to support how well synced this song is.
There have been scientists that have been studying it for the year that this has been out. Oh, but we got some good, like a great and a good from LGNDMAXX.
There is, that hold section is really difficult to figure out the rhythm with if you're not familiar with it, because it's all green, and it's difficult. Some jumping there. Yeah, this chart is definitely, it's a straightforward chart. It is, I'll say it's not the most difficult 16, but there are some sections that will trip you up. There's also a crossover at the very end, and
that throws like
that is the PFC killer.
Especially because it's essentially the only one in the chart. But right now, we got bobert that's up by about 10 EX, I would say. Still keeping up with combo. Never mind.
Commentator's curse, it's okay. But yes, bobert looks like maintaining a lead of about 20 EX at this time. As we're getting slightly closer to the end of the song, but there's still plenty of song left.
They're still rounding up.
Honestly, if bobert messes up 1/16th run, that could be the difference.
Especially if they miss that problem, it could immediately change.
Absolutely.
And I'm seeing like all marbles
And
here.
here we go. Oh, bobert MAing the crap out of that run. Great work, 30 EX difference. With 31 and a great. Almost.
That is
So close to a
That is such a
PFC.
sad flag. Wow. Because I know it was just on like a kind of silly little gallop too, and they just had everything else on lock.
That is always, it's always the worst thing when it's just in a random spot. It's not the tricky section, the crossover section, that weird difficult rhythm. No, it's just in like an oopsie doopsie section, a brain fart.
Just a oopsie little poopsie.
Your mind just starts to wander and suddenly, oh yeah,
Yeah,
what am I gonna have for lunch today? Oh, there's a great.
Did I leave the dryer on? All right, so, okay. We are now going into Spug, and Bobert's about to head right back on.
Wow, bobert still warmed up from that last match.
I love the picks that we have.
So what are the picks that we have? Oh.
I think I said the songs on the last match. I'll let you do the honors.
Oh boy, all right. Okay, well it's another, I feel like I need another soda water because I'm a bit parched. Yeah, yes. Some also tell me that I have a magnetic personality. Have you figured it out yet? Okay, yeah, it's magnetic. We're gonna be seeing magnetic. And then we have a.
I'll try to. I think I'm losing the. I think I lost it there.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'll try another phase. I'll try another phase of that.
Oh, that's fine. Yes.
So,
are we going now? I don't think we're going to be doing warm-ups, are we?
No. They are warmed up, especially if you play.
Bobert is definitely warmed up.
Yeah.
Just finished, just almost PFC to 16. We're going to just say, yeah, warmed up. So yeah, we're doing another phase.
Just the body language I'm seeing from Spug right now.
Shock arrows.
The wackiest shock arrows, I think.
I think all shock arrows are wacky. So, you know.
These like, it's because it's just like, where do you hop? You center step it.
It all depends on the pattern. Sometimes you hop, sometimes you center step.
What is the pattern? It's like you.
If it's immediately following a 16th in the middle of like a run, use the center panel. Otherwise, just jump a little bit higher. Anyway, we're focusing on the performance right now of Bobert and Spug, and we're gonna see how they do on this one.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, then we got. Yep. So we got Spug trying to hop over these as best they can, and keep in mind these are like extremely flush pads, which can be kind of funny with there can be misfires possibly.
Yeah, both players hitting a lot of shocks in this one.
So right now it's actually more tight than I thought it would be for Spug doing the kind of hands up like, why did I pick this kind of movement?
Got to call out Bobert here also. Looks like he's playing Stepmaniacs with how much he's hitting that center panel.
Shout out to Kyle. Kyle worked up his moves. But, all right, so we're in the break point. The gap did widen out pretty hard. We got Bobert with a golden combo right now after a couple misses. And it's about 50 EX that we're at right now.
The shock arrow difference, I mean, if you look at Spug, when a shock arrow is not visible, getting great MA, but then as soon as that shock arrow pops up, it's just...
Because it's the whole matter of like having to like readjust and get back in that zone after hopping over the arrow, and Yeah,
It is.
I can see
Gotta
see
call
why
that
that
one,
was
yeah.
I can see why that was a bobber joint right there.
Almost 100 EX difference on that.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that just.
Still extremely. That's actually a PB from Pug though, Spug. So that you gotta shout that out.
Yeah, definitely. Loop Revolution. Yeah, so hard to do this with flush pads. It's. I mean, I personally rely on that center panel so much for shock arrow starts like that. And if you have the, you can't feel where your foot is necessarily on that, or if it's just flush entirely and your foot just wiggles the wrong way, you trigger that shock arrow.
Exactly.
You're gonna have a bad time.
You are going to have a bad time.
So now we move on to Magnetic Challenge.
I think this one is not a bad time. This one, I personally, is one of the most fun set of games in the borders. Like, still.
It is very.
As a DDR 2013 song, I believe, and like, you know, going from 2014 to A20 plus, and I still love this one. I love how twisty it is. Like, everything resolves so well.
Oh, it is fun.
And it's just an absolute banger.
You've got those super fast drills in there, the 30 seconds. It's really, really fun. A lot of people chanting for Spug, by the way.
Yes, which I believe they recently AAA'd this, and now they're just whipping it out as the pick.
Spug Nation. Spug Nation is behind us.
Oh no.
We got Domi and we've got Fruits Are Yum for Rob to Spug. Everyone's chanting for Spuggy here. And we're gonna have a whole bunch of drills popping up soon.
Also, the window of this is just so good. Oh, so crispy.
We've got those jacks, those 12-pin jacks.
Oh, we got a great for Spug. Still like, it looks trading. Really.
It looks like Spug has a very slight lead right now, but it is very, very slim. Maybe about a 50x difference right now. Bobert looking like they're holding on to their gold combo still. And we're approaching the slowdown. Not yet, but very soon.
Yeah, great section. Bobert. We get into a nice little double step section. Really like kind of the innovator of that like long freeze arrow tech of like double stepping. And now we're in the slowdown.
Spug picking up a miss on the left side.
Get those Figo burn.
Bobert nailing that section with marvelouses.
Oh my god, we are still neck and neck. This is wild.
Ooh, the crowd behind us getting a little rowdy.
Oh, some misses from Spug.
This is really close. It's tied right now.
Ah!
It is EX tied right now. 2 EX difference now.
I don't think Spug normally does the crossovers on these, so
Bobert.
Yeah, that's like a 180. It's
looks like Spug is behind right now. Bobert pulling ahead.
They're still charged. They're still charged.
Bobert is crispy AF on this, and I'm gonna say that is Bobert all the way at the very end.
Let's go Spug.
Still props to Spug on that one. That was an excellent performance. Looks like a couple of missteps, but overall, like, look at that perfect count.
It is so easy to misstep on that, especially the pretzel leg little like action going on there. Like the anti-ands.
The anti-ands. Yeah. Are we coining a new phrase here?
I'm trying to take it off. I'm trying to watch it.
Oh, okay.
How much do I need to pay you to like start incorporating it?
Whoa, I didn't know that there was any financial gain in the DDR announcer profession here. Whoa, grease my palm a little bit. We'll start saying anti-ends. Still, excellent performance from both players. Got to give it up to Bobert on that too. Just again, whenever you can sort of pull out something like that in a tournament setting, I always got to give props because it's just that pressure is making you a diamond.
I remember seeing a a gameplay vid of Spug playing Mega Knight very recently, and I remember that they AAA'd it and they had the confidence to like double step a lot of it. But I was seeing some missteps, and I was seeing like, okay, maybe I should actually try to do these and see if I can make up some ground. And it was very interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, just from personal experience, I think there are certain patterns that resolve in a certain way that you can learn that maybe you want to try to double step versus try to resolve them. I think there's something like in Chaos the Terror mix where you do a crossover and then there's like a left-right jump immediately after, and it's a little bit awkward, and maybe it's just better to double step that. That's what I do anyways. Right. Personal preference, everyone's different.
Yeah, there are people who just kind of shuffle on that like 180 feel and somehow are able to like get away with it. They can't keep taking.
Some people are just built differently, I guess. So now we're going to be moving on.
Actually, to our producer, Bobby, right by seat when you have the time. I know we got Stay Gold, which is absolutely spicy pick.
Yeah, if you don't know the song, this is new for Ace 3, and I mean, if you didn't take the time to learn this song for this tournament, I have a feeling you're going to have a pretty rough time.
Like A3 got released for Whitecaps basically like about a month and a half before this tournament. So if you only had Whitecaps, you just had to get on that grind immediately just to learn all these charts.
Hit up the YouTube. Hit up YouTube and learn it.
Hey, Mr. Uezen, can I ask a favor?
Exactly. So yeah, we're going to see how these two perform. LGNDMAXX and then Madsen.
Which I did not see a score for Madsen. So
if this is an unknown for Madsen.
Yeah, that's No, it's
Madsen keeping that white combo.
White combo, wow. Okay.
But this is the easy part. So
we are now staying, but Ben is still staying gold right now.
Oh, good one.
Thank you. I tried. Yeah, really making gains. Holy moly. All right, speed up.
And now that tricky slowdown.
Disgusting.
Got to know these ambiguous greens. Which one's a 12th note? Which one's a 24th note? Which one's a 32nd?
Yeah.
Ben just nailing this.
Also, shout out to Yuta and Imai. This is such a banger. All right,
Ben escaping with his gold combo intact. That is amazing.
They're staying true to the name of the song. I shout out. This is not a typical Ben pick, if I'm aware.
Gosh, just end up seeing that section right there.
And I'm. Let me. Okay.
Getting a green on that crossover.
All right.
And now we have two green combos. Neither player has stayed gold, but there's still a decent amount of song left. So we got to see what's going on
green
here.
right now.
Ben definitely has the EX advantage right now with about 30.
We have to shout out LGNDMAXX for the EX gains that we're seeing right now on the left side here. But it's looking like Ben is running away with it.
And Ben takes it with a pretty impressive, that's about a 50 EX lead right there for Ben. With 33 perfect.
Are you kidding
This
me?
is, so, okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I don't think that was a sight read.
Sure.
All I'm saying is somebody was abusing that rewind feature of YouTube a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Somebody might have done a little studying before.
They have that MP4 downloaded because Round 1 GLM is a Faraday cage and you can't connect to the Wi-Fi or the data.
Probably most Round 1s, if I'm being honest, just from my experience.
Honestly.
And now we're going to Trim by Cobalt.
Which now I'm concerned. I really want to know whose pick this was because this one feels like it's more up Ben's alley as an old school player.
Absolutely. I almost feel like maybe LGNDMAXX chose Stay Gold just because it's a newer song. Ben might not know it.
One on,
But it looks like that backfired potentially if that was Legend's pick.
And,
so
the way that this, so song is so much in backfire.
Yes, I mean, you have to play this at a slower speed until it gets to that speed up, and then it's got some weird jacks in there, and it just feels very awkward at that speed up.
It's off the entire time, and I think it just gets more off as it goes on. You have to account. I would say Stay Gold in terms of timing window is actually pretty dang nice. Trim's just late. It's just so late and kept holding back, which is very hard to do when you have to read slow, and it's going to be hard when you're reading really, really fast afterwards.
Right. I mean, this definitely does feel like a Ben Madsen pick.
With that one-arm action, that old-school stance, sold Nobar. But we're getting like a head shake because they did get a weird grade. I think it's a grade that they thought was weird.
Despite getting that grade, it was tied with the EX.
We're still tied right now. But this is child's play right now.
Unless you can't read slow, in which case this is probably very difficult for you, but both players seem to be pretty comfortable.
Well, I mean, we do have the double ΔMAX player on the right side here, so.
Tied right now for that split second. Looks like Ben pulled ahead by a very, very narrow margin, maybe like 4 EX or so right now.
We're about to slow down, and then we're about to go way, way up. And we have a pause that's hard to time. Let's see. Oh yeah, a gray on Ben's side. Very upset about it. Legend did get a miss. Another miss. Uh-oh.
Not handling those jacks very well for Legend right now.
Yikes, yikes, yikes.
Those jacks really do throw you off so much on the song. You have a very straightforward run, and then nope, you're hitting 2 notes in succession.
All right, but Ben is running away with this.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough songs left to make a difference.
Unless Ben just like stops moving, but nope.
And there you go, about a 50 EX lead for Ben. Takes it.
3-1.
See, Boomer DDR players, we get it done.
Just built difference. Wow, incredible good showing from both players. Ben's about to chug that original monster off camera.
I mean, after that performance, whatever Ben is doing, I gotta say, keep doing it, because if you're able to pull those scores out like that, I mean, 33 on Stay Gold is just, it's ridiculous. And I mean, I'm not gonna call it a sight read, because I feel like there was a little bit of it.
Call it a first try.
A little advanced, yes, a first try. Definitely some advanced chart knowledge
unless
there.
They just really feel that all of that chart was just so intuitive.
Oh, you can read that. I play so much in the groove that I am in tune with what the step artist was trying to convey. And
I have a telepathic link with the step chart artist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think it was intuition. That's just my professional opinion, ladies and gentlemen out there.
Thank you for shouting. Thank you to Lal for shouting both of our names.
And the Nowhere Dance Club is rating with a party of 7.
A party of 7?
Nowhere has a dance club. What? I didn't know that.
This was a party. It's a rave now.
I live nowhere. I should visit once in a while. Anyway,
I always pass it by, but it's like I see it. It's like, oh, but it's so late.
All right, I'm trying to get a okay. I have notice of what the next songs are. I'll try to do my best rendition, but I do want to call out Nowhere Dance Club. If you are not aware of what you've just stumbled into, this is a Dance Dance Revolution tournament. That's right. Really? That silly game from 20 years ago, we're still playing it, and it is very competitive.
And we're cool, okay? We swear.
Just no, you don't say that. Then that doesn't make you cool. Anyway. We have just a great competitive landscape today. We got some really passionate players. Stick around. I think it's really interesting, and we are going to be moving on.
I'm having so much fun right now.
We have 2 15s that are going to be played, one of which was
like the spectrum of 15-inch, right? Okay. It's like, it's very wacky.
I'd say it's a little more like that.
like I'm gonna.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Like more like this.
Yeah.
And then
I
like
think
add
you
those
have-
two together,
Yeah,
and then add like maybe another,
Multiply, square it.
like the length of a coffee can, and
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's see which one we're going with first.
Yeah.
I kind of. Oh, we're going to. Oh, no, they passed it.
cut my life
There we
into
go.
pieces. This is my last resort.
Cut my life into pizza.
That sounds delicious. So this song is, I would say, a little bit notorious. In the sense that it came out at the very tail end of Ace2O Plus, was not playable on Ace2O Plus for a very long time.
It was gold cab exclusive, and you could only play on white cabs like a month ago.
Exactly. And this, if you don't know what's going on in this chart, you're going to have an
bad
awful
time.
time. Yes. So there are some pauses here, and just some tempo changes and things, just very obnoxious ones. And if you're playing this for the first time, I think the first time I played the song, I had to walk off the machine.
Yeah.
Because I just could not deal with it. So we are going to see if these players know this stops it. It looks like they both do. LGNDMAXX and Spug.
Yes, I believe Spug does have some gold cab play, and it does have some earlier experience with this one. As for LGNDMAXX, I can't confirm.
The tricky part with that is when you have those 16th notes squished together like that, that's the slowdown, and when they're spaced out, it's just obnoxious.
I was saying this when it was played on the other screen, but there is so much that you have to memorize of whether this is a slowdown or a speed up or a stop. Like it's so much happening.
Slightly telegraphed, just based on the upcoming pattern, and that's kind of how I do it. But you know, everyone's different. But this
Let's
part,
stop talking about ourselves.
I don't want to talk about myself.
We are going to mention that Spug is up ahead. They didn't get it great, but LGNDMAXX got tripped up on that slowdown.
If you think this is going to be a 16th note crossover,
No,
you're wrong.
you're not wrong. Yeah, scored. It's about 20.
Yeah, Spug looks like
Still got like 8 bars going. Some foot speed. Alright, you got it. It's
Spug got it.
48, perfect.
48 is honestly pretty good for that song, especially.
That's wild.
It is that is a speedy song too, and you have those really fast drills. Just taking the entire slow down, speed up gimmick out of that, there's still some really difficult just drills to hit on that.
Yeah. So, incredibly impressive showing. Equally impressive showing from LGNDMAXX. But we're gonna go into, we're gonna chill out a little here.
Oh, are we? Where are we going?
I mean, let's not take a nap or anything. Like, we're not going to sleep, but because
Well, the city is the thing that's going to sleep. GTS, if you will. Shout outs to my pro wrestling homies out there. But yes, we've got City Never Sleeps by Dirty Androids. What are your thoughts on this song? I guess from a technical level and maybe from just a musical one. What are you thinking?
I think it's a darn shame that this is the only Dirty Android song in DDR currently. Honestly, one of the biggest bangers that they've had in their like multiple decades of being like releasing songs for like different DDR mixes. The chart is lots of people use it as a warm-up, so I'm very intrigued that they use it as a pick for this tournament. It really gets the legs, oh my god, so loose, because it is a very drill-heavy 15. And it's also like the sync is just so on point. So, like, knowing the MA of both these players, I'm assuming it's going to be very back and forth. Yeah, white combo for both of those on this drill, so
Yeah,
that's a sneak peek of what we got here.
Yeah, the song with the drills, again, you can make or break your EX if you just flub up one of those drills.
Exactly.
It is so difficult, and especially with just the pressure being on you. Like, you cannot give up any EX on those drills.
I do feel like Spug being like the PARANOiA Revolution DSP player but like, don't relax. Like, every short vote counts.
We're going to be entering Drillsburg very shortly. Ooh, Spug picking up a good and great. Looking disappointed right there.
Oh, yeah, we got a first in there.
But really killing those drills, though. Just seeing marbles after marbles.
Oh yeah, LGNDMAXX is actually up ahead by quite a lot. And it's really not giving Spug any room to breathe.
Yeah, LGNDMAXX looks like they're being possessed.
Oh wow.
Wow. Yeah, LGNDMAXX looks like 30 there. Wow. That
And it's insane because like
16.
look at that. Like what? To like the normal player, like 34 perfects on that chart.
That's a respectable count.
That's so insane, and yet, and that's like you look at that, you're thinking, I just did so good on that, and you look at the left side, LGNDMAXX with 16 perfects.
I say this also, free advice to anybody participating in this tournament: do not look at your opponent's score during gameplay ever. That is the most surefire way to drop the ball, breathe yourself out, and just ruin any run that you are having. So focus on your own score,
For
please.
any players that are gonna make a stop and mistake on the lake 6, if people want a 6 mistake to happen on the lake, that's your advice. We got Bubby doing a little note here.
Oh boy, we got a 17 coming up for our
kidding me?
tiebreaker.
I'll add that Bubby had a note saying, I once had a song on Kevbo and then I won.
And then you didn't have a song on Kevbo.
That's a one-sentence horror story.
So I'm going to do my quick rendition of the tiebreaker. Wait, no, wait, that's the wrong. I always get them mixed up.
You were very close because I think they're both AAC songs that are released
With Yellow Jackets. It's like,
yeah.
you got like Be a Hero.
Orange.
It's just, you have like Be a Hero, Catch My Fire, Ranker Killer Girl. It's like Yellow Jackets, qualifier songs for KAC, female vocalist, rock song about 190 BPM.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, honest mistake.
I would say this one's, I did not see what were vetoed. So, yeah, I would love to check that out. Oh god, okay, you know what? Yeah, sure, that checks out.
I mean, this seems to be a very drill-heavy match.
And like, they're so commercial, so I think that's, what,
Last Resort, City Never Sleeps, and Be a Hero. Like, all right.
Yeah.
Drill, baby, drill.
I'm tired, Grandpa. Well, that's too god darn bad. So we got an early break with Spug. This is a fast one.
It's already so close. Yeah, we're not going to really be able to provide much commentary until those holds pop up. But
yeah,
just as far as the EX goes, but it looks like maybe 5 or so EX difference right now.
I would say that this one is more mild than Catcher Fire, but still hits you with the same check, like the same skill set. So Spug is up by 9.
Now 11.
Yeah, LGNDMAXX has to double his jump actually.
It looks like LGNDMAXX is still maintaining that full combo for now.
Look at that. Forest. These players are about to be a hero.
You got that anchor run right there.
Oh my god.
And LGNDMAXX just holding on to that.
Just looking at LGNDMAXX's like white combo on those rushes. Going, what the heck? What the heck is going on
with an
here?
EX improvement right now to the best scores.
Oh, going up.
Talk about pressure making diamonds here.
It's sliding out.
Spug, no.
No. Well, LGNDMAXX just got that reservation for Applebee's, and it looks like Spug is not invited right now.
I have to say too, when you just like completely miss a run or something like that, just the mental aspect of that can just crush your run.
Yeah.
And it's not even a matter of not having a snap. You're just so destroyed by it, like you can't even go on. That is, it's unfortunate. 2 misses, no greats, no goods.
Very evil Marvelous.
And yes, the 666, the dip on the Marvelous count there. 2 misses though, no greats, no goods, just 2 misses. That's seriously a scary performance from LGNDMAXX on that. Not just because of the 666, but just the like how locked in they were on that one.
Yeah, I think we're going into, is it the last match of this one, or are we moving on?
We will be finding out very shortly. No, it looks like we have
one more. We have
looks
one
like
more.
Ben Madsen and bobert going up now.
That's
Okay,
it.
this
See you
is
next time on the dance
These
floor.
picks are stupid.
What are the picks? Oh no! Oh no!
I love the range on that. I love the range.
Well, because I saw the second song and it took me a moment to process what it was, because I saw Ace and I was like, that's not Ace out, that's a 14. Oh no!
The equations were going.
Yes. It's like I see the first word and it's like, oh, we're getting some producer opinions. Getting some producer opinions on the songs here. Well, we're going to be doing some. We're going back to Drill Baby Drill apparently for our first song.
I mean, kind of, because it's the other one. It's the battle.
Challenge?
Challenge.
This is my controversial hot take opinion. I think the challenge was a little easier than the non-challenge one.
It depends on like.
Because you can start a drill on this one and then kind of mess your timing up and then reset because you have that shock arrow. That's how I feel.
It depends on how you reset. Like none of these players are going to be like hopping over, you know, they're going to be staring down.
But you do have a little bit of time to sort of readjust between those drills, as opposed to if you start a drill on the expert, you got to follow through and readjust on the fly. So
like
that can be a little bit more challenging.
But also think about the window for Horatio.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to call out. Ben has 8 on this?
Are you kidding me? Okay, so what I was going to say is that Horatio, to some players, is very infamous. Like, it starts off very early, window-wise, and I think because of the video or something, like, it starts getting a little later. So, Ben has this on lock.
We don't know.
Unless Bobert has it 7 on, like.
We have been hitting some shock arrows here too.
Oh,
that's got to factor in. That's minus 3 EX just for that shot. Ooh, and then we have Bobert hitting a shock as well. But I do have to call out, Ben looks like he's just destroying these runs with an A.
You can do no wrong.
Bobert has time to catch up. So much start left. No, this is a very short song.
It's true, but Ben has a pretty demanding lead right now. Like almost 40 EX. That looks like 30 to 40.
He is literally playing this track as if he is right to fight. It's just so.
Ben, I have to say, scary. Because you think, all right, Ben, you know, maybe.
What the hell was happening there? Oh my God.
Ben maybe can't do fast things, but then you bust out a chart like this, and it's just
Bubby is just like taking off the headset.
Our producer is just pointing at the screen in
And
disbelief.
seeing the white combo on every single drill.
I just cannot understand how this is being timed right now.
Bobber, you had no idea what that was.
And a random great just for this. Let's just say that was just to not show off too much right there at the end. 38 and a great and a miss.
50. That MA for both players is still just wild. Just absolutely bonkers.
I mean, just if we're judging Ben's performance on his previous score, he's wearing Piccolo's weighted clothes. He's not using his full power on that one.
Piccolo's weighted clothes.
And oh no, now we're doing ace for aces. Ben with 18 on ace for aces expert, and I mean, bobert is, this has to be some sort of like a new account or a burner, maybe just to obscure the scores, but I mean, no score on
this
this.
is all a plan for one player to get upward man on Clarkwood Street.
Apparently,
Yeah,
very
probably.
nefarious, a
Yeah.
very nefarious attempt.
They were playing the long game.
But 18 on this is very, very impressive. Blue Revolution calling out M.A. Madsen. Yeah, you can't spell Madsen without M.A.
It's just like the Muse song. Mad.
Wow. All right, so Ace for Aces is, I would say, notorious, would I call it, for just being a very weird chart. It's unbalanced, I guess, is what I would call
Well,
it.
it's just interesting when you have this pin down tournament and you have like, say, like a 13 or 15 range. There's BPM changes between each start, and that's special to this song in particular, and also like Chaos Terror Tech, and that's it. So for this one, I believe it's more, well, obviously it's more straightforward than 18. I believe the 18 has like, what could be like a 50 BPM slowdown. Whereas
And it does have that weird section with the yellow arrows where they should be red. Which just feels like Konami control.
No, it's starting to like hi-hat symbol. You know, it's awful. I'll get into that later.
We'll get into it, sure.
We are going to go into the EX difference.
Yes, Ben is
Really
a slight lead. It looks like it's only about 18, so that is still narrow enough that it's really possible for bobert to pull ahead. But Ben is maintaining that whole combo, just giving nothing up right now.
Alright.
And there's that yellow arrow section. Ben just seeing it. Blue Revolution, one hand Madsen.
I respect that more so much.
It's like the best of both worlds. You got the no bar, but you got a little bar.
That's what I'm talking about.
And speed up. The song, it's just the timing is all over the place, but Ben is just locked in. Look at that marvelous screaming right now. Looks like about a 36. I'm seeing about a 36 EX difference.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for Bobert to catch up.
Ben Madsen is hard saying. Just when you think you've got him defeated, he just seems to get stronger. And
Bobert
closing it out with 34 EX, taking the win there for Bobert. 2 greats on that is really, really impressive.
So what I was going to say before we got back on track was throwback to when this came out for DDR8. You had to PFC the song to know what the rest of the song was. You got it great, you just got kicked out.
And that section right there with those hi-hats.
Yeah, that was the killer. So many
That was the PFC killer. And then after that you would play Endymion, correct?
I believe so.
Or was it Endymion before that one? Chat, let us know.
Chat.
I was never good enough to get Endymion at that point.
I was a little baby boy around that time, and I was not playing DDR at that time, so...
I think I was playing, but I was definitely not capable of getting that.
No. Especially with the way that the extra exclusive songs were on that mix. And by the way, we have another event for A3 coming at some point, I guess. Babylon Galaxy.
Oh.
Which, a lot of speculation of whether they're going to be bringing back the systems for extra stages for that, mayhaps. Like building up that heat power and getting like new songs for that.
I mean, the thing you have to consider also is generally you get a 19 for each mix, right?
Yeah.
And we did get
A 19.
we got a 19.
But like it's.
But it is locked right now unless you purchase song packs. All right,
Jeez Louise.
Ben moves
So,
in. Wow. Okay. Well,
So
we've got a
Ben
pool
has
jumper. We have a pool jumper.
we have a
Certified
have
salmon right here.
Yeah,
Just
we
jumping.
have a Fonzie over here. He's really
Oh, wow.
jumping those waves and hopping that shark.
Yes. Ben Madsen moved on.
Ben Madsen moved on. This is now his third.
It goes to show you. I have to point this out too. The diverse skill set
Yeah.
that you can have with DDR that allows you to just keep moving forward. You know, if you're just a straight up stamina player, just crushing like straightforward 17s, 18s, whatever, that can get you relatively far. But then you got a Ben Madsen. Ben Madsen not playing these
Ben
super
Madsen
difficult
is an
charts.
outlier and should not be counted.
Right. You're not playing these super difficult charts that require endless amounts of stamina, but just so capable when it comes to tricky, weird, gimmicky charts and just being
really,
able to
like,
it's crazy.
You have to point out, like, also, like, they walked off on the second ΔMAX play. Like,
Yeah.
clearly that worked out in their favor. That was an incredibly smart move to just stop. You're like, okay, that's not happening. We're just gonna do better on the next songs.
I'm warmed up enough. I don't want to burn my stamina,
Yeah.
but I will warm up on an angle. And
Well,
then
I
sit
mean,
it out.
I'm just gonna kind of stare at it.
Yeah. Stare at it and just show it who the boss is.